Okay, well, welcome to another edition of Meat and Sprouts. I am Sprouts, i.e. Josh. And keeping with this week's, or actually this 2 weeks theme of the letter P, the ingredient being potatoes, I'm going to be making potato pancakes with a chunky vegetable stew. I did a lot of the prep work ahead of hand, so if that is not something that you guys like, if you want to see the prep work in the future, go ahead and comment below to let me know that you want me to kind of show you how I got to getting started, basically. So let me show you the ingredients for this week. Alright, for this recipe, you can see all the recipes that we use. Either we'll post them in our blogs or we will post them in the recipe link on the right side of the blog. If you want to go to Epicurious and find the recipe that I'm using this week, it will be under potato pancakes with chunky vegetable stew. So let me show you what we're using this week for my recipe. Okay, so firstly I have 12 Kalamata olives, just chopped. I actually used a little bit more than 12 olives because I really love olives, and it's going in the stew, so I think that the salinity of the olives will kind of help out. Since a lot of the things that I'll show in a minute I got in low sodium form, that's kind of one thing that I'm trying to go forward with in my blog, is doing low sodium, possibly low sugar, but we'll see how that goes. Alright, right here I have one 15.5 ounce can of garbanzo beans, or they're also called chickpeas, so that's that. You probably have seen garbanzo beans used before in hummus, so if you're like, well, you know, where did I see these before? That's where you see them. Then to the left of that I have 12 ounces of zucchini cut in 1/2 inches. This is actually 16 ounces because I couldn't really gauge the zucchinis, since the zucchinis that I'm around are really small compared to what I'm used to seeing. So I just went ahead and chopped up 3 small zucchinis. Alright, right here I have 1/4 of a teaspoon of crushed red pepper. So I guess that may bring the heat to this dish, but I don't know yet because I haven't made it. But and then to the left of that I have 3 garlic cloves chopped. The recipe calls for 2 garlic cloves minced, but I kind of like the consistency of chopped, so I went ahead and just chopped up 3. And garlic, I mean, I'm not going to say that you can't ever have too much garlic, but yeah, you can have too much garlic. To the left of that I have a teaspoon of cumin, ground cumin. To the left of that I have 1 cup of chopped onion. This is a yellow onion, although it doesn't look like it. And then totally I should have 28 ounces of diced tomatoes. This is going to come up to about 29 ounces because all I could find was 14.5 ounce cans. Alright, now that we've had it simmering for 10 minutes, we'll go ahead and add the rest of our ingredients for the stew, which are the garbanzo beans and the Kalamata olives. Okay. And give that a little bit of a stir. Now, since I'm going to stick to the recipe, you know, you probably could add some boca meat or some Morningstar if you wanted to, some Morningstar sausage or something like that. But I'm going to go ahead and stick to the recipe. Go ahead and let this simmer. I have it on a medium heat right now. Let it simmer for another 3 minutes, and then we should be able to enjoy the stew. Alright, for your potato pancakes you're going to need 2 pounds of russet potatoes coarsely grated, 2 tablespoons of flour, all-purpose flour, and 1/3 of a cup of onion. Make sure that you get all of the water out of your potatoes before you put them in the pan, because your oil will probably pop and then your kitchen will probably catch on fire. So, or at least your stove will catch on fire. So just make sure that you get all the water out. Whether or not you have to put it between some cheesecloth, some paper towels. I use a ShamWow to get all the water out. So whatever you need to do to get the majority of the water out, so you don't have that too much of a pop. Okay. Alright, so you mix your potato mixture in a bowl, the potatoes, the flour, the onions, a little bit of salt and pepper to taste, in a bowl so that the flour is well incorporated. And then you take a little handful of your potato mixture, shape it into whatever shape you want. Normally a pancake is in the shape of this is going to be an off-center circle, but it should be about 3 inches big. Put them face down in your pan and let them, cook away for about 3 to 4 minutes, and then you'll have to turn them over. If it doesn't seem like your pancake mixture is sticking together, you probably have to add a little bit more flour to the mixture. So that's how that goes. And then hopefully these are ready to go. It's basically like making hash browns. So if you've ever made hash browns before, oh, that looks really good. Then you know what they should turn out to look like. Before you start this, I would advise preheating your oven to 300 degrees so that if you're waiting for people to come over, you can go ahead and, once they get done out of the pan, put them onto a cookie sheet and then stick them in the oven just so you can keep them warm until people are ready to eat them. So once we get these done, we're just going to put the stew on top of it and be ready to go. Alright, here are the pancakes coming out of the oven. And now we're ready to serve. Okay, there you have it. Potato pancakes with a chunky vegetable stew.